We are live. Hello, everyone. This is the Lynn and Cheryl show. And yeah, I had to look at the banner to read the name.
Forgot who I was, did you?
Yeah, I did. How you doing today, Cheryl?
Oh, I'm a little tired, but still good. We were out of town all week last week, and I'm still on catch up.
Oh, well, we'll let her catch up for 1 second after this. We'll be right back. Today, we're going to talk about taking chances. Good morning. Good morning, Dennis. Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever you are, because I know we have friends in the UK too. So hello, whatever time it is over where you're at right now. We are so glad you're here. And there's my friend Carrie. Carrie, I'm so glad you're here too. And that's her little grandbaby. They got to surprise her and come and see her from Florida to New York. So I'm just so glad to see her on here. And so Cheryl, you were saying that your little jet lag, you took a little venture trip. That's why we didn't have our show last week. So how did that go? Where all did you go? Because you're in the Eastern Zone and you flew all the way over
We,
Pacific.
we were in Phoenix for 2 days and then back in Vegas for 5. So we're both kind of dragging here for the last couple of days. I used to bounce back from jet lag. It seems to hang on a little longer now.
Yeah, and then you throw that daylight savings thing in, which next year won't be an issue because they're changing that on us.
Really, I hope they leave mine alone. I like it.
You mean you like it like right now the way it is for the time? Because
Right.
this is what it's gonna be for going forward a year from now. But
This
we have
is
to fall.
governmental. Don't agree to that. It may happen and it may not.
Yeah,
Um,
but we're gonna fall back before we fall forward again. So, but again, such is life, right? We take chances every day, right?
it is. I take a chance every morning I get up, just like you do.
And look who's showing up. Our sweet Debbie.
Hey,
Debbie's here. Hello, beautiful. She told me this morning when I got to talk to her, she says, I'm going to make time to be watching your show today. So, and
super.
Nicole, we've got some really awesome people here with us today, Cheryl. And if anything, the topic as far as taking chances, it's just nice when you don't prejudge or have any preconception of how things will happen, but you're just like you're willing and open to be accept anything that's going to happen. And then it's amazing when it's beyond your wildest dreams, as far as like, wow. And I had that Monday. This past Monday was like that for me. And I'm just glad that I didn't go with the old thoughts of or assume anything of anybody or anything. And it was a great day. It just was a really unbelievable time. Oh, and we got Bob here who sent us all our L shape. Look at our letters. He sent this to me, and you guys got your. Oh, look at there we go. Thank you, Bob. Look at that.
And here's mine.
Yeah, there we go. So thank you for that. That was really sweet. Oh, and then we have the Mister is here. I'm here, also listening. 2 ways. All right. So Cheryl, what you wanted to say about Jerry? Don't say it now.
Okay,
Because
time
he's
out.
listening. Well, you took a big chance with that Mister, and he's been an interesting partner all these years, right?
Interesting's a good word. Yeah, I took a chance. Okay, we all take chances. Some work out, some don't. But all you're doing is you're opening another door. It's the path you make your path, and they're all made with chances. Actually, every time you make a decision, it's a chance. I hate to tell you.
Well, don't you find it funny that people decide, well, I'm going to make this decision, and they like assume that they know their decision is like going to go the way they want?
Nah,
But I'm saying, isn't it funny how people assume those things that they're like, oh no, but if I do this, this is what's going to happen?
and we all know what assume stands for.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
The thing about it is just go forward, take the chance. If it doesn't work out, it's a training experience. Okay, you
Yep.
just do what you got to do. you're going to get to the destination one way or the other. Now, your chances to tell the destination you'll be at, but if you don't take it, what did you miss? You can
Yep.
miss a huge, like you almost did, you can miss a huge opportunity.
Huh. Now I'm not sure what carries. I can't see responses. But anyways, Nicole said life is much easier. We complicate it. Yeah, absolutely correct. We complicate it by, well, we think it should have went this way or we should have went that way or just assuming so much from the past, and we should never do that. Because I just heard the best message. Life is a play. Oh yeah, the Shakespeare always says that. We are actors, directors, scripters, writers. If we don't like the script, change it. Thought this was awesome. Yes, that's from William Shakespeare. Life is a play. Yep, that's where that comes
So,
from. Absolutely. And we're all characters. Why didn't you hear people say, "Oh, that's a character"?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a character. So we are all we're we're um we're a willing participant most of the time in other people's worlds, and so we have a place and part in different things and how we react to them, and we forget that. We always think it's a one-way street, but it's a two-way street. You play your part, you just never know. It's an improv. You're improving life. You're every moment's not, it can attribute from the moment before and the moment before, and then it escalates, and then people are stuck.
Yeah.
So
My main thing is, there are a lot of people that believe everything's predestined. I don't. I think there's a beginning and an end, and we make our path. We are under whatever belief we have, but things. I think you pretty much weave your own net, and then the bad part is people you blame yourself because you tried this and it didn't work, or you tried that and it did work too well. But yeah, it's a system of doors, and it's the one you choose. It's a chance you take, and just get up every morning and take the chance to take the first breath, because that's pretty much all you got going that morning.
as long as your ticker wants to keep ticking, again, it's a chance we take. It's a chance we take in everything we do, whether we smoke cigarettes or drink or overeat or drive fast cars, whatever we do, we're taking a chance every day. Eating the wrong foods, doing the right exercise, wrong exercise, eating the things that are going to kill you, whatever. We're all taking a chance. Just the fact is that we forget it's a freedom that we take so much for granted. We take so much for granted. And with taking things for granted, we realized that was a chance we took.
So it all comes down to chances. But the thing about it is, don't beat yourself up too much if you get on the wrong. If you take the wrong door one day, just back up. What's the thing? Pun again,
Yeah. Or
and go
or
from that
or,
point.
or close that door and open a new one.
Pretty much.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, senior from TikTok. Yep, he probably was studying Shakespeare. And for me, I showed up the best version of myself today. I may change tomorrow. Absolutely. That's one thing that's constant is us changing. We're always going to have something that's going to get us where we're surprised or not. I mean, you can't predict everything after you take the initiative and the action. You can't. Everything is outside of your realm of handling, and that's what we forget, and that's where the stress comes in. And so
I know someone asked me one day. We were talking about. She asked, well, that didn't work. Or we're going to move to Plan B. I said, Plan B. I left Plan B hours ago. We're up around S and T. So it's my life's a ping pong ball a lot of days. So you don't, from one minute till the next, from one email to the next, you never know what's going on.
but do you realize that I bet especially by now nothing phases you. You definitely, like you said, you just volley the serve. When the ball comes to you, you just knock it out of your way till it comes back, right?
Well, you don't have any choice. Some days it's a bowling ball, and it kind of knocks you over, but it's just a bruise and you get up and go again. But
Uh,
I really feel sorry for these people that have this thing, everything in its place at a given time, and then they just freak out when things don't come to play. It's life doesn't work that way.
you see, and that's where I love the wording, and it's true that that's why things happen for a reason, and that's why things happen when they do. They don't necessarily go the way you expect them to go, but they go the way they're supposed to go. And that's one thing that can help ease that anxiety. Life is a science experiment. Some experiments work and others don't. Yeah,
And if they don't,
absolutely.
maybe you'll make penicillin. Who knows?
Yeah, go with the flow and ride each wave. Absolutely. Go with the penicillin. Oh my gosh. That was a
I
good
mean,
one, Cher.
put that in any context, but you never know. Look at all the scientists that started one thing and came up with something else. And look at Lynn. Okay.
But it is true though. But the thing is um when you take out the predict I mean, yeah, when you take out the predicting, oh, if I do this, this is going to happen. You never know. What if it does? What if it doesn't? You're never going to know till you go there and try it or do it.
Hey, I've tried a lot of things that didn't end up where I wanted them to go. Some ended up better, some ended up a total disaster. But I don't look back on many things that happened and wish they hadn't. You know what I mean? Each of them had their own point in my life that got me to where I'm at. And
Well,
I kind of like where I'm at.
good. Well, it's one of those things. If you're driving down the road and you're like, I should have taken a right, and you keep going, oh man, I should have taken a right. Let me just stop, turn around, and make a right or left. And that might work out. But if you're in the highway and there's no way of getting back, then the chance might not be there. But again, the next time you say, hey, I'm going to try it somehow different. And at least you know that you tried something. I mean, you're not going to know unless you do it. And it really is about,
Just reset the GPS
yeah,
and
just,
go.
yeah.
This one, not the one on your dash.
Yeah, because God knows sometimes that GPS ain't right, and you know that, right, Sheryl?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so take you to the river or take you through the woods. I used to Uber, and it did some of that stuff. So you got to be careful. So you still have to have some sense. You're
And
like,
one way with life too, Lynn, a lot of times if you know you're going across states, don't try to set your GPS for your total last destination. Set it from here to part of the way and here to part of the way
yeah,
until you get there, because that's the way it's going to go anyway. And life, same way with life. Don't look at the very end of where you want to be. It's called goals, okay? Don't go for that major. Set minor goals to get to that huge goal.
yeah. Well, yeah, I have a different perspective on goals since Glenn Morishauer said something. Goals are usually something that you're always chasing.
Mhm.
Goals means you haven't reached where you want to be. So so it just triggers me on a different train of thought. But in that respect, though, it is true. If your final destination is somewheres, but you're taking little pieces to go there, like I said, take it from one step or another. Don't worry about it, because if you're always rushing to get to somewheres, you forget the joy and you don't see everything in between. You miss out a lot when you have that. And with NLP right now, I'm learning not to be the mind reader that we normally do. It's more to stay still and to be more focused on what's around you, and observe of what's going on instead of pre alluding to what you think is going on, because
Well,
then you miss out.
I always tell people to enjoy the journey, not the miles,
Yeah,
the end part. Because if you're only, say you're taking a trip to the beach, okay? If the only thing you can think about is the beach, not good. Why not enjoy the trees, the flowers, whatever you go through?
absolutely. And you're going to enjoy the beach even more by the time you get there, because you're going to say, wow, this was so much fun getting there and enjoying it. It will add to you to see what it, and that's the other thing, right? If you're getting ready for a beach, if you don't take, oh, I got to get gas, I got to do this, I got to do that. But if you enjoy and take the steps to do all that, what's cool is you can say, wow, look what it took to get where I'm at.
Mhm.
And it was worth it. Then everything you did to get to do that, you could say, well, these were worth processes to do. And you don't see it in a way of like, I got to do this before I get to do what I want to do. Instead, it's enjoying that journey. And then finally you get there, go, look at all the steps I took to get to even go to the beach. I had to get somebody to cover me working. I had to go and get the babysitter. I had to do this. I had to do that. But then you're like, wow, I did everything just to enjoy this. So
Yeah.
you can really, really appreciate that you took the time, and you can say, wow, I was just smart. I got the dogs at the kennel. I got this here. I got somebody taking care of this, somebody shopping, my VA's doing this. I mean, you can see the journey and how awesome it was to carve out that, and how important it was for you to carve out what you wanted to do. The same thing with anything you want to do in life, as far as goals or anything else, is you just take it and keep focus on what your end goal is, but enjoy while you're going there.
Yeah. I mean, we're coming towards the end, and the last thing I've got to say is enjoy life, because no matter how old you live to be, it's not long enough.
Thank you, Nicole, for being here. We appreciate and love you. Yes, and you are absolutely right. It's not long enough. We're here and gone too fast. And we should just, the value in anything is to enjoy everything, and to realize that without doing everything you do, you can't value what it took. It makes you enjoy what you did. It's just like when you spend money, you probably don't sit there and say, you know what? It took me 5 hours to buy this, and now I get to enjoy it. Or say, look, was it worth the 5 hours to get this? Again, analyzing and taking the chance are things that once you do them, it can make a difference in your life. So, with that said, I'm glad we had this topic today, Sheryl. And we wish everybody, like we do every day, to have a great day.
Take chances.
That's right. Bye.
Bye bye.